In this video today, you are going to learn solving linear inequalities with two variables. Two. All right. So in this two variables, we have a y and an x. Here are the notes. If you haven't already, there is a lesson on one variable. If you haven't already, go and watch that if this is really brand new to you, because this will help the refresh, or if you're learning this for the first time, to make it make sense. And you subscribe to this channel and you stay locked in and loaded with this information, this content, because all the content that I create for the SAT prep series is directly from College Board. Okay. So the notes I kept from the previous video, we know that when we're dealing with an inequality symbol, right, greater than and less than. Okay, so this is actually less than, this is greater than, it's not included. We have an open circle, dotted lines when we graph it. And then when you have the including to with the little line at the bottom, that means less than and greater than including. Okay, so we have the closed circle and we have this here, the regular straight line. All right, and then another refresh, a reminder, when you divide or multiply by a negative number, you flip the sign. All right, let's go ahead, let's go in. So we have two variables. We have an y and we have an x, okay? So for this problem, it's not really different than any linear equation. And if you remember linear equations and graphing linear equations, you'll know where your slope-intercept is and your y-intercept is. So for this problem here, before we would have just went straight in and solved for x, but this one you can't because you have y there. So then we're just gonna have to graph it. Here is my coordinate plane. All right, so here it is. My slope is the number in front of the x, okay? So I hope you remember that. And my slope is -3, put a 1 underneath it. So this is your rise, or in this case, decrease. And this is your left and right. And in this case, my right. Okay, and then the -4, that is my y-intercept. Let's start. -4, we know it's right here. -4 right here. And my slope, I'm going down 3, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to the right 1, right here. And this is just a sketch. Notice that the lines in between are not scaled exactly because I'm just sketching it. And then I'm going to do the opposite because I'm running out of room down here. So let's make our graph look, like balance on both sides. So I'm going opposite direction, +3 going up, and then to the left 1. If you want, you could do one more, 1, 2, 3, and to the left 1. So I went ahead and created my my dots here for my equation, my inequality, and I have below and above. Okay, so I have a total of you always want to have 3 more points than the actual y-intercept. Okay, so now notice that my symbol is less than, okay, and it doesn't have and equal to. So what type of line is that? If you remember in the notes, less than is dotted line, but equal to a solid line. So in this case, I'm gonna have a dotted line. All right, do my best here, guys. Dot, 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 dot. Okay, now, because all the y's, if you read this, it's saying all the y values must be less than this portion here. So where would all my y values be less than? So all my y values sit here. Okay, so that means all my y values must be less than whatever this is. Okay, so whatever I have for y, the answer must be less than the entire -3x and -4. So that means it will be below. So you will just, fill it in, shade it in below the line. And another way that you can actually test this is you can test it with 0.00. And the graph, if you notice, does not go through 0, 0. But you could just plug it in to see if it's true. Let's go ahead and try it. 0. You know this is x and you know this is y. If you plug in x and you plug in y for 0, y is 0, x is 0, minus 4, 0 less than any number times 0 is 0. So that's gone and we're left with negative 4. Is 0 less than negative 4? False. So that means it would not be shaded above. It's shaded below. So that means that point, this graph will not be crossing the 0, 0, the origin. Okay, so it will be less than. It will be below it. All right, so that's it, guys. Go ahead and try that. Get some problems online, 1 variable and 2 variable, and solve it. Go ahead and check out the Desmos video. I'll show you how to take care of all those algebra that we have done in this section of the algebra portion. And you'll know how to use that on your SAT exam or maybe just any exam, okay? As long as you have Desmos. So these problems, you will be able to get the answer really quickly in Desmos. All right, so go ahead and subscribe, like, and comment and tell me what you think. Tell me how you're doing. I really urge you, if you're struggling a little bit with this or not really sure, the way to overcome this is to practice. Practice, practice, practice. Just like any musical instrument or any sport or any skill, to get better at anything, math requires practice. Don't run from it. Just practice it, okay? And you'll get better. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. I'm glad you love math. Peace.